Good morning, everyone. This is going to be a quick tutorial about simply exporting and making sure that you can see everything that you've created, especially videos and other interactive content, including buttons, all that good stuff is in Epub. So I know that interactive PDF you can actually use for a lot of things, but it's not going to cover all your bases. It may not be playable on all formats, and that's why it's so essential to make sure that you have Epub. So let's go ahead and look at my document. So I'm just going to just look at it. Interactive, so I'm underneath Window, Interactive, and then Epub Interactivity Preview. So anything that will work in my Epub Interactivity Preview will actually work as an Epub. So you can see that my animation started, my button here with rollover works, as well as my cute little pig video that also is present. Let me go ahead and view the whole document. Okay, I also have a cool slideshow and a hyperlink. So that all works great. So what I will do is I'll actually choose my export type. So when I'm done, or maybe even if I'm halfway through and I want to see my progress and see how everything's saving, I'll go to File, Export. And then what I'll be able to do is export this test. All right. And I want to make sure that I am exporting it as a EPUB. I'm going to try fixed layout for today, but either way, you just want to make sure it's an EPUB document. And I will save that on the desktop. It will become an EPUB 3.0, meaning that it will have your interactivity panel stuff. So that's true. All of my good stuff is there. We just tested that. And let me go ahead and click OK. All right, so it's just letting me know that there might be some problems here with some overlapping grouped objects that I have. I'm not quite sure where those are anymore, but we'll find out. All right, so it opens automatically in my iBook software. All that good stuff is working. And then that's how I'll know that everything is actually gonna work when I export this out. As an EPUB file, you can of course upload these types of files to an online place like Apple's iBook store or Kindle, something like that. Anything that you would need an EPUB for. Also, if you have this Adobe CC and you own it, you'd be able to use the Publish Online feature that would help you publish the contents of your book or your magazine, whatever you're doing with interactive elements. That will help you post that online, so you'll be able to have that on a hosted web page. So basically, the EPUB will be a downloadable asset for you to give to someone. So maybe you have a website, you'll go ahead and say, please go ahead and here's a link to this one downloadable element, kind of much like a regular PDF. You can, of course, make a PDF if you like, but some of those elements like video may not work. Another thing that you can do is, of course, publish online, which would require an Adobe account. That's where Adobe will host the content almost like on a little baby website for you. So you'd just be able to give them the address, the URL for the content, and it would link it directly. There is this website called epubtest.com. If you go there and you can click resources, or of course you can see I'm already at the resource page, you'll be able to see that it'll have all these, some free, some not free, EPUB readers. So say for instance, if you don't have an EPUB reader on your laptop, or even if you have no EPUB reader on your, I guess, your mobile device, and you export it there, which might be a bit strange now a days, but you'll be able to actually use even Firefox or any of those other web browsers and have a virtual experience of having an EPUB file, as well as find some EPUB file players that you can recommend to the people that you're giving these to. All right, so those are your new export settings. You want to use EPUB, don't want to use PDF, or even interactive PDF if you can't. It's just for, there's going to be certain elements that are just going to drop on the floor, and for a better experience, you want to use EPUB. So go ahead, export yours, test it out using these web site links here. So you'll see that these are a lot of applications that you can use for free, and you can either download it to your computer or even use it virtually in a browser. Okay, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.